Hello guys. Today we have another map to report. Yeah, I spent 15 minutes trying to find this one and to make it fit so you can see it and everything makes sense and everything is big enough for you to actually make sense of it. Yeah, and that's the best I could do, guys. Like really, those are these two maps are these are two complicated maps. Yeah. So we're gonna try to improve on like last time we also tried a map and there was a lot of things that AI recommended me to improve. And first of all, like I didn't report the most obvious features. Yeah, and I reported a bunch of kind of secondary features, and I didn't find a common ground. Like, yeah, like a more general way to describe those features. Yeah, like I know that it all might not make sense to you right now, yeah, but I'm gonna do everything as always. I'm doing it in real time. I am explaining and walking you through that. And whenever I can, whenever I'm too busy, like trying to come up with stuff, I'm explaining. Yeah. First of all, before we write anything, we gotta read the title, yeah, and we gotta observe those maps closely, yeah, to like understand what it means, to understand like what kind of information we're given, just like you would try to understand any infographics um, you see in a newspaper, yeah, or when you're reading an article and you see like some kind of picture. So give me some time. Good thing that we've got cardinal directions here, yeah. So like we can use west, north, or west, eastern, and stuff. Yeah, there are a lot of things going on here. Oldfield Street. Newton Kier, Smith Street. Thanks. News agent. Grocers, bakers, butchers. Not sure why they put S at the end, but never mind. And like these are two very detailed maps, so I better spend more time trying to understand them better. Yeah, than to lose marks later for not reporting obvious features. Houses, apartment block. Well, like, I mean, the biggest change is that they demolished houses and they built apartment blocks instead of them. Like, I'm not sure what kind of houses is that. Is it like private houses? Is it like, I'm not sure. It just like it looks weird. So we're gonna stick with the label we're given, houses, just like that. And they build apartment blocks. Also, a pretty big change is that like this thing, how is it called? Pedestrian walk. ChatGPT is our best friend. Yeah. What's this thing called? Green light, cross light. We stopped it there. Okay. Used cross. Traffic light, yeah. Without a traffic light. Sometimes it is completely fine to forget a word, guys. And you will, like, the only thing that actually helps you to remember the word that you are blanking on is like fully relaxing, yeah, not putting any stress on yourself, yeah, not kind of trying to not like, don't be upset about that. Yeah, just let your brain naturally remember the word, and it will naturally come at some point. Yeah, so a traffic light. Zebra crossing, pedestrian crossing, zebra crossing. No traffic lights. Crosswalk. Crosswalk. I thought of crosswalk, but like, I'm not sure it means zebra crossing. No, crosswalk means that exact thing. Or zebra crossings. Well, yeah, we can just say crosswalk or pedestrian crossing. Yeah, here. Okay. So they added a couple of crosswalks on the road. And one of the biggest changes is that they made this part, yeah, in the center, pedestrian only zone. Yeah, they banned cars here. Well, and then we can say that a shopping mall was kind of restructured into all those little stores. Yeah, those are about like the biggest changes. Yeah, and about things that remain the same. We can see the childcare center. This part pretty much didn't change at all. Like town hall, library park, those are the same, and two banks. Two banks. Yeah, all right. So we're gonna focus on that. First, probably we're gonna okay, first we're gonna report things that didn't change. The center of the city, including town hall, library, and park, remained untouched. Okay, well, at first, let's say what we're dealing with here. Yeah, the maps below show town center. Okay, this entire thing is a center, so we can't say center, yeah. Well, all right. Overall, about similarities. It's already a center. Can't say the central part. Okay, overall the similar. I like we saw a lot of vocabulary that kind of help that like vocabulary that were synonyms of all the words that we used here, like did not change. Yeah, there were a lot of expressions in the previous video that we saw, and honestly, guys, I don't remember them. And that's a normal thing. Yeah, that is fine when you encounter some vocabulary and then later you forget about it. Yeah, so it's totally fine. You just go to ChatGPT and ask it to give you this vocabulary again and again and again. And every time you do that, at least some of it sticks. And that's how you learn. There is no other way. We can't learn 100% of the words we see. Um, at the same time, is a bad idea here. In contrast, demolish, like we can use the word replace, but we're gonna like it's a more general word, and we're gonna reserve it for later. Demolished. And probably because we like this is the this is the map, the modern map, yeah, the how it looks, what it looks like today. We are better. We better stick to present perfect here. The park has not changed. Apartment blocks. Have been built instead. Well, let's mention Smith Street as well. A big chunk of Smith Street, can I say that? A big portion. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, like idea-wise, that should work. Like I didn't mention. I didn't mention pedestrian crossings, but I don't really have time for that. Well, you know what? We can say that the city center has been made. Yeah, that's a good thing. Like our goal here in the overall paragraph to kind of see general features. Yeah, like if I say like Smith Street, like cars have been banned from Smith Street. This is technically fine, but this is like this is something that will look better in a body paragraph. Here we need to find a general feature, and the general feature that the town center has been made more pedestrian friendly. That is obvious from here. Additionally, the town center has become and that will reserve for body paragraphs, yeah? Finally, maybe. Another noteworthy okay, I don't really know how to express this idea. Underwent significant changes. The houses along Green Street have been demolished and apartment blocks have been built instead. Well, that should do, in my opinion. Okay, now to begin with. Now about things that haven't changed. To begin with. The names of the streets, we can say, are also the same. Okay, the area between Smith Street and Green Street, that is probably not needed here. Smith Street and Green Street has not changed. This is northeast. Okay, I will try to use more sophisticated vocabulary later. R. Are now also exactly where they used to be. Center in the north. Are also now exactly where they used to be. Are also. Change the biggest. Was entirely redeveloped. Okay, yeah. I just deleted it, yeah. Okay. With part of the center. Change significant. Change significantly with the houses with the demolition. The southern part of the center change significantly. With demolition of houses. Maybe that is fine, but like, or maybe, which includes, on the other hand, the southern part of the center change significantly with demolition of houses along Green Street. Oh, really? Street should be. I mean, yeah, street names are capitalized. Yeah. It's a little bit challenging here because like a lot of words that are that we see here on the map are labels. Yeah, like, and when you see library capitalized, that does mean that it has to be capitalized in your report, because library is library, park is park. Yeah, the park. Yeah, no need to capitalize. But yeah, street names they should be capitalized. Yeah, that's a rule. City center changed significantly. Yeah, like with demolition of houses, that's okay. So the right way, the southern part of the city center, yeah, changed significantly with the demolition of, and houses is fine. Like later when referring to houses, we'll use the houses. Houses, houses, yeah, like house, 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 houses, houses, right? It's Z there. Houses. Houses. Stays with S, even though it's written with S. Yeah. Houses. Houses. With demolition of houses along Green Street. Yeah, and I better capitalize. Yeah, by the way, here I capitalize it. Yeah, like, I mean, some things they intuitively are done automatically. Some of them, like when you overthink, yeah, like sometimes you make mistakes. Okay. With the demolition of houses along Green Street. Building pedestrian walks. Can we say building? Establishing pedestrian walk. Yeah, probably that's better. Pedestrian walks. Across or on? Not sure. Okay, right now I noticed that that you couldn't see like the first map, which I'm sorry for, guys, but like at least there you could see it. Of Street is now pedestrian. Establishing pedestrian walks. Adding, maybe. Includes the addition of pedestrian walks across Green and Oldfield streets. Okay, adjacent. No, that should work. Adjacent to. Well, between the big portion of Smith Street, the section of Smith Street, the section of Smith Street between. Okay, between. Newton and Oldfield. Newton and Oldfield. Is now a pedestrian only zone. Okay, that should do, but we only have 154 words, which technically is enough, but like we only need more than 150. But like this AI told me last time that like words that you take from the map itself, from the task, like street names, structure names, all the labels in those maps, they will be excluded from the count. Yeah, so we better like aim for 180, somewhere around that. And I actually could talk about this part as well. Yeah. However, the area was entirely redeveloped. Okay, the area to the south of Green Street. Okay, the areas to the south of Green Street and to the north of Smith Street. Significantly Green Street and to the north of I'm tempted to say to the northwest of Smith Street, but I mean it's not clearly a northwest. It's just north. And the areas to the south of Green Street. To the north of the park and library, I believe. The areas to the south of Green Street and partly the areas to the south of Green Street and some parts. To the north of okay. The areas to the south of however the area to the south of Green Street was entirely redeveloped. Only zone. Okay, no. It used to be all those things and it became a shopping mall. Yeah. And the shopping mall was built. Was entirely redeveloped. And small shops in the north were restruck. Were replaced. And the shopping mall was built. Redeveloped. Small shops in the north were replaced by the shopping mall. Should work. Is now a bit like the section of Smith Street between Newton and Dolefield is now a pedestrian only zone. Did I use the word no, I didn't. Did I? Has been constructed. instead of the news agents. That should do. Yeah. 182 words. Really? Okay, please give me my okay. Great. Oh, I actually used this website, like a different one. Yeah. Okay, let me just check it one more time. The maps, I mean, yeah, the maps are maps. Depict the center of a certain town. The central. Part of a certain town. And today. The childcare center and the banks. They remain in the same place. Like, I mean, I don't know how small, like the size of those shops. And the shops in the north. Were replaced with a shopping mall. Yeah, like I like my overall paragraph. To begin with, many buildings. The town hall, like I just feel that town hall should be capitalized because, I mean, that's what people usually do. Town hall, capitalized. Park is not the building. Many buildings such as the town hall and the library. Okay, such as the town hall, the library, and also the park. The town hall, the library, and also the park have been left unchanged. Yeah, I mean that should work. the banks in the northeast in the chart? North? East, yeah. I constantly confuse west and east. The banks in the northeast. Used to be. Okay, I need synonyms. I want some synonyms. It's not that there is something wrong with are now exactly where they used to be, but again, just to improve, I want ChatGPT to give me some. The original locations. Are still in the same place as before. Continue to occupy. Retain the original locations. Occupy their original locations. Have remained. Positions. Positions or locations. Okay. In the childcare center in the north, remain in the original positions. Positions. Have been left unchanged. Okay, similarly, because I don't know how to express that. Likewise. Okay. Analogously. Correspondingly. I mean, likewise. I don't like also, yeah, so. To write fine is slightly quicker than try correct. That's why I always go with fine. What's wrong? Article consistency. Okay, I mean, we'll just skip it. On the other hand, the southern part of the city center changed significantly, with the demolition of houses along Green Street. Apartment blocks. I mean, which were replaced with apartment blocks. Yeah, I know this sentence. But I mean, this changed significantly. Oh no, like I mean that's a good compromise, a good balance. Includes the addition of pedestrian walks across. I mean, that should work. Across Green and Oldfield streets. Yeah, and I don't, blindly put moreover everywhere, which, by the way, I learned in the previous lesson that, like, you should use moreover if the previous sentence and your current sentence, they really have a strong connection. Yeah, and in this case, we're talking about pedestrian-friendly zones. Yeah, and both of these sentences are about that, so moreover is appropriate. But like here, if we would put here moreover, that would feel slightly forced, yeah, and our score for cohesion will go down. So that's how we introduce like another change. That's another change, that's not moreover. Smith Strait between Newton. The section is now a pedestrian only. The shopping mall has been constructed. Here, do we need some connector here maybe? Another noteworthy change is a further notable change. A further development is A further, yeah, like without using the word another, we can use the word a further. A further notable change. A further notable development is is the construction of that should work. That should work. And it's time to check it. Like I can say here that I'm pretty satisfied with my overall body paragraph. Yeah, I like it because I found ways to generally describe changes. Yeah, I did not. I did not. I did not put there too many details. Yeah, which I'm that belong in body paragraphs. Like and only general features. Yeah, this area hasn't changed. I mean, this sounds a little bit specific, too specific. Yeah, but that's fine. That's fine. The area has been redeveloped. Yeah, and then later, yeah, the area has been redeveloped, and later I'm explaining what I mean by redevelopment. Yeah, that thing, like how houses were demolished, apartment blocks were built instead. Like shops, I don't name all the shops. I just say the shops were replaced with a shopping mall. And this is my favorite. Yeah, I just like this is something that I was able to note here. Yeah, that I mean generally, a normal person would look at the map, at the new map. They will say, "Wow, like I can, like it should be much more. It's like." Walking in the town center must be much more enjoyable. Yeah, and I'm really proud of that. Finally, the town center has become much more pedestrian friendly. And then I explain what I mean by that as well. Okay, so let's do that. Academic task 1. Add a visual. That should work. Yeah, that's my previous one. That's my current one. Didn't I? Wait a sec. Didn't I replace? Oh no. I forgot to capitalize the word street here. Okay, yeah, like construction. Yeah, that's just a typo. Development is the construction. That's why I don't like autocorrection tools here, because like they kind of mess. Like they kill the fun. Like all the fun is gone. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not unsure about that. I'm not sure about that. I mean, I could submit it and, I mean, watch the AI tell me the same thing, yeah, that I made a mistake here, but I better correct it right away, yeah, and, like, and not waste time on it. In place, I thought of in place, but that just felt a little bit, uh, a little bit casual. Grocer, baker, butcher, and cafe, yeah. Okay, that's what we are gonna do. Is the construction of a shopping mall instead of the... Yeah, and like, I mean, and instead of, just in place of. Bakers, butchers, and cafe. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's clear. Like, they here belongs to all those words, and even like after and, I don't need the here. Which one is preferable? So that is not wrong, but it just puts an emphasis. It puts a wrong emphasis. Like, I don't mean to emphasize the word cafe here. Just in cafe, yeah. Okie dokie. Let's see what it says. It's my favorite, you know, when you are so you're so into something, yeah, and you're completely absorbed by one activity, and then you pour some tea, and it just then you spill the tea all over the table. Where is... All right. Eight point five. Okay, not bad. Not bad, but still, we can improve our task response. All right. It used to give... It used to provide commentary, like on task response. Task. Okay, they kinda they kinda reorganized their feedback a little bit, redesigned it and restructured it. not fully accurate. Okay. Not fully accurate. What happened? What just happened? I can't. I can't. Personal tutor. If I do that. Okay. Well, yeah, maybe it is true. Yeah, maybe I should have said that the area between Green Street and Street Seat mostly didn't change, or mostly stayed the same. Show key features. Okay, I mean that just that kind of proves that like there is nothing wrong about adding detail. Yeah, we can add specific things in our overview paragraph. The banks. There are 2 banks on the map. There are 2 banks on the map, not just one in the northeast. What do you mean? Like you mean that this one is not in the northeast? Okay, all right. I will specify one in the northeast and one in the east. Geesh. Both, okay, or on the eastern side, yeah. But isn't it like clear that there are no cars here? Pedestrian facilities and more pedestrians are shown in the town center. What do you mean? I mean, isn't it quite obvious here that I mean that's a pedestrian only zone? And like don't those gray bars show that there are like cars are not allowed here? Is that also an unsupported interpretation? Well, I don't know. Or like saying it became more eco-friendly is I believe safe, but okay. Like what do you mean? But more pedestrians are shown in the town center. But like I mean, what does it mean? Okay. of small shops in the north. Yeah, small shops. And small shops is not your unsupported interpretation, since you don't know how small they are. Besides, it stayed the same. I mean, I don't feel that I have to put childcare and shopping mall in one sentence. That's not a bad idea, but like I don't feel obliged to do that. And again, I don't feel obliged to report that street names didn't change and street pattern didn't change. I thought of it at some point, but then I just I dismissed this idea. Have been left. Okay. Like I don't have to report everything. Overall, the main changes were. Like, I like my score. I like that it gave me 8.5 for this report. But I don't like the fact that it lowered my score for key criteria, task achievement and coherence cohesion. Because, I mean, yeah, like my, it couldn't find much. It couldn't find a lot of mistakes, I would say, yeah. But like we can never rely on our ability to score a 9 in lexical resource and grammatical range and accuracy, because like I mean I used ChatGPT, I looked up words, that's why my grammar is nearly perfect. Yeah, but I mean on the real test you're more likely to score a band 8 in those two criteria. But I mean, I just feel that scoring higher on these two criteria is easier under real test conditions. Okay. All right, vocabulary maybe. Location of the map. The area south of Green Street. Well, probably wordy phrasing, yeah. I mean, wordy phrasing is fine. I'm good with wordy phrasing. It likes the words that I used here. Pedestrian crossing, yeah, like pedestrian walk is. Pedestrian walks. I confused it with pedestrian crossing, did I? Yeah, pedestrian crossing. ChatGPT couldn't even understand what I mean by that. Pedestrian crossing. Across is fine. On also fine. What's wrong with streets? Don't know. I'm just gonna set those two AIs against each other. Yeah, like I'm just gonna like throw that to ChatGPT, throw to that other AI, and that, and let them fight it out. Elliptical. It's elliptical. Difficult to understand. Okay. Missing parts. It has missing parts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that part again is slightly inaccurate. Not bad, yeah. But again, like my version, my AI ChatGPT that I'm using, the thinking version, is clearly like better than than whatever model this site is using. And I already named the reason, because like usually they don't use the the state of the art, the most recent model, because those models cost a lot. But I mean, it's fine. Yeah, the only noteworthy uh, feedback that it gave is that, yeah, probably includes is better when you have more than one item. If you have only one item, it's just ease. Okay, grammar. They were replaced. Okay, agreed. This, yeah, this is true. I don't see the reason why it corrects the first word and the last word, which are totally fine. I believe that this is a bug of some sort. Have remained in there. Okay. Well, yeah, have remained is like just to match the style, just to match my previous usage of past of present perfect. Again, I agree. All right, coherence. Yeah, agree. Mm-hmm. Have remained. Okay, so that's self-excluding, self-excluding uh, things. Yeah. Like in the coherence, it says that I should use remain instead of have remained, and in grammar, it says that I should use have remained instead of remain. Okay. Did I say were? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was worried about that. And I thought about, yeah, like saying places instead of buildings, which are in a which in the hindsight in hindsight yeah, which in hindsight was a good idea. Yeah. All right, now we will do the following. We'll just improve it. Improve it. We'll take it here. Overall, the area between most of the area between Smith Street and Green Street has not changed. Many places, such as the town hall, the library, and the park. The town hall, library, and park. Yeah, like we don't need that many there. Such as the town hall, library, and park have been left unchanged. Likewise, the banks. Yeah, the banks in the on the eastern side. The child care center in the north remain in their original positions. Okay. Pedestrian crossings. Yeah. Is the addition of pedestrian crossings across Green and Oldfield streets? Moreover, the section of Smith Street between Newton and Oldfield streets. I'm just gonna stick stick with that. Yeah, I'm not gonna change that. Further notable is the construction of a shopping mall in place of the, and I'm not gonna change that as well. Okay, let's try this version. It takes quite a while to process tasks, yeah, but I mean, that is fine. I am fine with that as long as my feedback is detailed. Because unlike other AIs that I tested, which don't provide like any feedback, they just give you a band score and the very vague explanations. Yeah, this AI like goes for like tries to correct individual mistakes, which I believe is good and very helpful. I mean, it's not 100% accurate. Yeah, like I still have to check whatever it says twice. Yeah, but I mean, this feedback I gotta admit is helpful. Your report will be ready. But it's quite costly, this one. This site costs $3 per day. Which is okay, band still 8.5. Well, it didn't improve my score for task achievement. In the same places. However, like really? You want me to be that specific? But I mean, this is an overall paragraph. This is still overall. No. The central area. Really? I mean, really? Overview key features data support. One important inaccurate feature. One important okay. Show me this inaccuracy. This one. I don't agree with that. I said I'm not satisfied with this feedback, to be honest. Okay, I will remove this part, or I will rewrite it. Moreover, I mean, really? This is not... Okay, you know what? We will give it to ChatGPT to decide. Okay, I'll just give it what it said. Well, I guess so. I guess so. Okay. Another change. Unlike before. A further okay, maybe like, because this is the only thing it strongly didn't like. Yeah, like all the rest is like you might put that and you might need that to elaborate, to emphasize, but like this part it didn't like at all, and it included it in the review. So there is a good chance that after deleting this part, it will actually improve my score. This is bullshit. And again, I don't have to put that. It doesn't compare. It doesn't compare them with the old map. I literally say here that another change is the addition of pedestrian crossings. Like change, I'm talking about change. It's clear enough that I'm comparing it with the old map. Okay, coherence. That I agree with. I agree with, yeah. I agree with that. Features there. This one I am curious about as well. Because I thought whether to put a cross or on here. It is correct. On is usually preferred. Okay. I mean, I just feel that it should be a more lexical resource issue than coherence cohesion. Or maybe it considered them to be not too big to be called a mistake, but big enough to impede to make the sentence less cohesive. Maybe that's the idea. Pedestrian crossings on when describing features. Well, okay, I feel, yeah. First of all, blah blah blah. The addition of pedestrian crossings on and Oldville streets. Yeah, whereas on the other hand, like in contrast, yeah. Anything else? Yeah, have been left unchanged. I agree, have remained in the same place. Have remained unchanged just sounds a little bit more formal. That I corrected, and that. Okay, let's try. Let's try that again. I'm pretty sure that sometimes the AI can be picky, and whatever it identifies as a mistake, like a human examiner will not. But, I mean, the point here, like the whole idea of starting with AI, is that we're trying to maximize our score. And even if, like, even if it is picky, like, I mean, that is true to some extent, right? So, like, whenever it identifies a mistake that might be too little for an examiner to lower your score for it, I still think that it's worth, like, it's worth focusing on it. Yeah, it's worth correcting it, because, like, at least now you know what you need to work on. Like, in any case, like, even if it lowers your score a little bit, that's not a big deal. I mean, band 8 here, band 8.5 here, like, I'm pretty satisfied with that. Coherence, like, now for lexical resource. What did you not like about my lexical resource? Yeah, buy. Like, buy this whole buy thing. And again, buy. certain town. Well, and just keep in mind, range? It didn't like my range here. Keep in mind, yeah, that I got a band 8 for lexical resource before. So I wouldn't trust this AI too much, I would say. Now it likes my coherence and cohesion. Pedestrianized. The street is for pedestrians. You said it wasn't clear from the map. We didn't have enough information. Clearly pedestrianized. What's pedestrianized? Pedestrianize. My fucking god. So, like, you're now saying me exactly what you said I shouldn't say before in my review. Like, I said that, like, this is a pedestrian-only area. And it dismissed it. It said that we don't have enough information here. And here in the feedback, right in the feedback, it suggests that I put pedestrianized here. How do you like that? I'm not gonna even complain that it spelled it like it uses British spelling here, and the rest of my report is like using American spelling. But I mean, what the fuck? No, this AI definitely has a room for improvement. Task response. What did you like now about it? I do name key unchanged features in my body paragraphs, but it's better. It's more complete. You're saying that. Okay. Limited specific support from the maps. Well, probably, yeah, I could say the 2 banks. I probably could say the smaller group of houses. Yeah, like I could mention that group of houses because like we have it here. Yeah, like a small group of houses here. Okay, if something is optional, where I'm not gonna read it. So yeah, it definitely has, and I mean, it used to be like all my like all the bands for all those criteria used to be an 8, and now by like just improving 2 things, now all of them are a 9, which is also like, I mean, which is hard for me to understand, to be honest. Again, lexical resources used to be all 9s, now it's all 8s, but I didn't change anything. Let me see the previous report. lexical resource was all 9s. So guys, I mean, again, trust all these platforms with caution. Yeah, like proceed with caution. Yeah, like only if you know what you're doing, give money to those platforms. Because I mean, it's not perfect. Yeah, and that's the probably that's how we draw the line today. Yeah, that is a small, how to say. The lesson of today's lesson. Okay. So don't trust these AIs, but practice. Use them. You can still use them to practice. Yeah, they are still useful in identifying your mistake, and they're still helpful, to some extent. But again, yeah, that's how it is. And we'll do more maps in the future. Yes, I'll stay tuned.